Hey guys, it is me, Emin, the show for you guys, back with another Amphibia episode analysis and review. And today we want episode season 3, episode 17, all in the 48-minute special. And yes, this episode just aired at around 9 o'clock. Finished at 9 o'clock my time. I had enough time to settle in, think about my thoughts. Usually takes me a couple of days, but I think I finally got everything done. Without further ado, sorry for the bad quality video. This just came out and I really wanted to be first, talking about this. So yes, spoilers for all of Amphibia, including this episode, some theories that might have come down in the last episode, and without further ado, let's go and hop into this episode review. Get it? Hop, kids, frogs, Amphibia. Anyways, this is hopping. So it all starts with them being, in the school. We got a flashback. We finally got this photo of all them dancing. We definitely needed this. It finally happened. So then the teacher actually calls Anne in the office, and we find out that, Anne needs to, fix up her grades and thinks about what she wants to be in the future. So that's the new little flashback, and then after that, the real episode starts. So after them all being capturing, also captions on here because, don't know how to fix this, but, they're all captured, and they're like, hey, don't you use your calamity powers? But what happens if you use your calamity powers? Yeah, poofy. So ain't gonna work out. So after that, they're able to, think of a way out. The Frobo helped fix them, and then they're falling back in the sky, back on Earth after the invasion. After that, guys, we see Anne's mom and dad, working with the FBI, all helping them up, trying to solve the war. It's pretty nice. Then after that, we get to see Marcy getting trapped within her, mindscape, seeing how she solved so many problems, and she's just, stuck in this mindscape. And then, King Andreas, or not Andreas, the other Andreas dude, he was just trying to trick Marcy without letting her remember the past. He's thinking about her fantasy and everything that she wants to happen. While Sprig, on the other hand, is still looking for the letter, he still gotta look for that letter. So he's just trying to find out what the letter is and, find a connection with that, and he still doesn't want to let Anne go yet, He thinks they'll be together forever as friends. But anyways, the war keeps ensuing, and we see another flashback of when Marcy first met King Andreas, and he said little master. It's like, oh, see, I'm a master. It was really cute because it turns out the Coral wanted her to stay and wants to kill Marcy because, she might be connected to the stone and interfering. And he says, hey, why don't we befriend Anne, and, she could help Laura and other friends. That sure worked, didn't it? But after that, we see a whole bunch of different shenanigans and, chaos happened until they finally broke in, Grime and Sasha and, the other ones broke in. While they're still on Domino 2, Anne and, the other gang, while the Herons that ate Polly's, parents, it turns out, Polly and Sprig's parents, it turns out that, yes, this is the exact one. So, exactly what everybody thought, it did, and I really thought the mom and dad was going to die here, but this is Disney. We have to keep everything calm. But anyway, that's a whole bunch of different fightings. They have to take down one bird. While, Darcy wants to, go and tell Andreas to, kill Anne, or just get rid of Anne. Because, he says if Anne didn't win, if, he couldn't get rid of Anne, he won't be up there with the core and everything. So after that, his new mission is to go and get Anne. While Marcy has the epic fight. I'm trying to find the photo here. Epic fight with Darcy with some smooth animation. Let's just say some smooth animation. Can't show it here because, maybe copyrighted. Andreas gets his cool mech. Then after that, she says her little speech. And then after that, she goes and fights Andreas with cool anime powers. While Sasha and Grimes getting just attacked on. But then after that, the worst thing ever happens. Sasha loses an eye. Nope, just kidding. It was Grime. He didn't lose an eye either. He just lost his arm. Okay, so when I was watching this, I watched this live. For the first time, I'm not getting spoiled on YouTube. So I'm just sitting here expecting Sasha to lose an eye. And we all think Anne's gonna lose an arm. But guess what? No, Grime loses an arm. Wait for them to do a plot twist. And then she makes a whole little pun about it. Darcy makes a whole pun where Anne goes and, Sasha goes and fights the core, still this epic cool looking mech, and still fights, but then gets weak with the power, and then boom, anime powers, awaken with K-pop. It's so cool. Then the battle ensues. The core is able to, trick them. They're able to fight, they're able to, and also she cut the core and it's bleeding green. It's because they fix Marcy's blood with green liquid that she was in the tank. Is that the reason why? Or is it because of Disney and Disney doesn't like blood? I need some answers here. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think? But after that, Marcy finally realizes, after some Zelda references, that it's not real because her friends doesn't like what she likes. Never wants to listen to her listen. But that's just the way friends are, She still likes them for the way they are. And then boom, he locks her in total darkness and she knows that they're going to be out there to save her. And that's really nice, but then after that, Anne starts losing her powers. Then after she's losing the powers and everything, Mr. X come across the paper and realizes it's in a special rank that only red lenses can see because, this FBI agent's able to decode it. And it turns out it's a message from Leaf being sorry. So after that, Sprig needs to deliver it, and he said Leaf. And after that, we finally got a throwback to Leaf. And yes, Leaf is officially a planter. This actually was really old. This is, I guess, the husband they finally met. The planters stand from years. It's tradition. He was reading the glasses out, and it turns out everything, she built the house was made. It was just so sad finally seeing that and finally seeing the truth. So Andreas, finally knowing that everything, he thought she forgot about him, but when he finally found out she always kept thinking about him, he felt sad. And then finally, when Anne finally tapped into her power, the cause was trying to trick Andreas or trying to, tell him to not do what he does, then the best thing happens, Well, I thought seriously when this happened, me and my sister watching this thought she's got beheaded. But no, it did not happen. She's lost a wire that helps her connect. So now she's all broken with another smooth animation. Love it. But after that, Anne goes into super calamity mode, but then realizes that King Andreas is surrendered, and boom. I'm trying to find that same shot. See, he gets surrendered, and yeah. It turns out he just got hit. But guess what is a shocking thing? Before they went back immediately to Marcy first. Actually, never mind. This happened. King Andreas is none other than a robot. This explains how he lived for 1,000 years. He became a robot. This explains, I guess, everything of how he's so old and everything, but man, I was definitely shocked about this. I think we're all shocked about this. And maybe this explains why he didn't go into the core. He didn't go into the core because he, probably wasn't worthy enough after everything he did with losing the Calamity Box. So they probably just built this instead. That's what I'm guessing on. But after that, they finally saved Marcy. She wakes up. She's fine. She says, I'm sorry. She never do that again. All that stuff. Where Sprig is sad. They all do a group hug. Wow, the whole head thing. Just walks. Where is that? So the head just walks away like Spider from Coraline, or either the bowler hat, from Meet the Robinsons, the hat. It just crawls away knowing that it's still alive. Then they go to Amphibia to, fix it all. Polly crashes the ship because she's not good at being a pilot. But then after that, they see the whole army. Tell you the war is over. We saved, defeated Darcy and Andreas. And then he was like, and then she told Sasha about the prophecy. Sasha told Marcy about the prophecy. Like, what prophecy? And then Spriggs was like, you sure that's not going to happen? Our friendship will happen to Sasha's friendship and Marcy. And he was like, and then she was like, no. But then he's like, hey, what's that? Is the moon getting closer? And the moon, also, Frobo got a new upgrade. I forgot to mention that somehow. But then when the credits is also rolling while this is all happening, the moon is crashing and the episode ends. Yes. So first of all, we got some big things to talk about. I definitely do think the other episode is this episode. So I definitely do think the next week's episode is it's the 30-minute finale. It's gonna be ending Amphibia. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share for next week's episode review. Stay tuned close because tomorrow we'll be doing Our House episode review. But anyways, my little analysis. I think Amphibia's gonna get destroyed, and they're gonna have to find a new home on a different planet. Why? Because in that new promo that that whole special trailer we got before season 3 even aired, we saw Anne wake her eyes open with a new land, or looks like a new land. We haven't seen this in this episode. This is something we haven't seen yet, and there's only one episode left. Only 30 minutes to end it all off. The prophecy stated all of them with the Calamity powers, so what I'm hoping for is how they said that Anne could, bring the powers back. I definitely do think that Anne's in it, since they have the box now, they'll be able to bring back Marcy's powers and Sasha's power. We get cool Calamity and moment, and they'll be able to both push the moon back or save Amphibia, or they fail and they'll be able to transfer all of them to a different realm. Or they push the moon. To a different realm. That could also happen. But anyways, I definitely do think that's going to happen in the next episode. I would definitely like to see the core still, like, maybe awaken in a different land, so she has to go to a different world trying to stop the core. Or the core just can be there, because they did say Amphibia's going to be ended off with an open and satisfying ending. So it's going to be satisfying, yet open to other things, meaning the core could still be out there, is what I believe. That's what I think. And one thing I gotta say, guys, is this episode was definitely good. I definitely think it was good. I do think this episode I think Amphibia deserved another episode of 20 minutes just to wrap everything up. Because I felt like we could have got the Calamity Powers now. But the more I think about it, 48 minutes is pretty perfect, and everything got covered here. Everything we wanted to really know, it was good. Marcy got saved. All our theories technically came true. Well, except for Graham dying, Hop Pop dying, Andreas dying. Well, Andreas did die, but it's not 100% canon yet. Hop Pop didn't die, Graham didn't die, and didn't lose an arm. Marcy didn't lose a leg, and Shasha didn't lose an eye. We haven't got any of that yet. We haven't got a Calamity Powers battle, so half the theories that we made did not come true. Except for, I guess, I don't know, none of our theories really came true. It was all just unexpected and full of plot twists. But anyways, you guys tell me guys in the comments below, what do you guys think of the episode? Are you guys excited for next week? And sadly, next week's gonna be the end of Amphibia. This is extremely sad. But anyway, see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.